In case anyone is wondering, my shirt says I've been goodish all year. Hello everyone, what is going on? So in today's video, I wanted to have a discussion vlog with you guys about my recent trip to Chicago. Hopefully I get this out in time, but I also wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm recording this on December 24th and I'm hoping to have it out tomorrow. If it's December 26th or later on, sorry, but then in that case, happy belated holidays and happy belated Christmas. But anyways, let's get on with today's video. So basically, Brooke's birthday is December 22nd.
Happy birthday.
And so my family and I, along with her, decided to go on a little road trip to Chicago for the weekend. So her birthday was on Saturday. And so we went from Saturday to Sunday. So just a little 2-day trip celebrating her birthday and getting some Filipino goods. So I woke up at 6 o'clock a.m., got ready, and my family and I left at around 6:50-ish to go ahead and pick Brooke up. From there, we went on a 6.5-hour drive to Chicago. It was a very painful 6.5-hour car ride for me because I sat in the middle seat. So oh my god, it's just miserable sitting in the middle seat. So after that 6.5-hour car ride, we ended up in Seafood City in Chicago, Illinois. Our first stop was at Jollibee, so that way Brooke could get a picture in front of Jollibee.
Chillin' with a white girl at your local Jollibee. Yeah!
And from there, we just went ahead and walked around and looked at all like the cool Filipino stuff. There was a lot of this. And a lot of that. But I knew it before. I just want to say it again, or for anyone that doesn't know, I want to let them know. Filipinos are obsessed with ube. So after we went to Jollibee and after we walked around and saw a ton of cool stuff, we got lunch at a place called Grill City where I had white rice and barbecue chicken, and it was just amazing. Like every time I go to Seafood City, whether it's in Chicago or in another city or state, I basically always get the same thing. It's pretty basic, but it's just so good, and it's pretty much the same wherever you go. Then after that, we went ahead and drove to the hotel. As we were driving to the hotel, the check tire pressure light came on in my car, and so when we parked at the hotel, we went ahead and got that checked out. We didn't get it solved permanently, but my dad checked the tire pressure of all the tires and everything was fine for now, but one of them was pretty low. So then from there we went to the hotel. It was a pretty standard hotel. We didn't do anything special because we were just gonna be there for one night. But I had one job when we got to the hotel room. That was to distract Brooke. After we settled down in the hotel, I went ahead and took her out. We just looked around for an indoor swimming pool, which there was not, which really sucked. After enough time, we went ahead back into the hotel room where my mom set up a little surprise for her. Just on the desk, she got her a present, got her a cake, and then just decorated the desk. And from there, we went ahead and sang Brooke happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
After we went and sung her happy birthday, we went ahead and went downtown, but I did just want to leave a quick note. Oddly enough, there was a coffee maker in the bathroom. I don't know, for me that was just pretty mind-blowing. I wanted to just go ahead and mention that and show the video that I got of it.
This is definitely a first. I'm making coffee in the bathroom and it's coming out like water, but I don't know.
But like I said, after we sung her happy birthday, we went downtown. We drove around for a bit. Then my mom dropped me, Brooke, and my sister off where we ended up in this German festival. And it was pretty weird, pretty interesting. I'm not really too knowledgeable in terms of like German culture, but it was very huge and very condensed. It was hard to walk around. It was just so very packed. So we got out of there quick after we got some nuts. Then from there, when we got picked back up, my mom dropped me and Brooke off at the Bean where we went ahead and took some photos and videos, and we just took in downtown all for itself. If you've ever been to Chicago, you'll know that when you're at the Bean, you can just look left, right, forward, up, any direction, and there's just skyscrapers and buildings and urban areas everywhere, and it was just a very wonderful experience. I think that was my third time visiting the Bean, but it was Brooke's first time, so I was happy for her that she could go ahead and see the Bean for the first time on her 18th birthday, her first day as an adult. So then after some very cold minutes of looking at the Bean and looking around the area, we as a whole went to Hooters for dinner. In Columbus, there's no Hooters. There's Roosters, there's Buffalo Wild Wings, there's Wingstop, but there's no Hooters, so we went ahead and went to Hooters for dinner. After we got Hooters, we went to Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois, where we got Garrett's popcorn. It's some of the best popcorn I've ever had. We got like their Garrett mix, some nut mix, hot cocoa mix, and some just buttery popcorn. We got like 4 different bags. It's just the best popcorn ever. Then after that, we headed back to the hotel where we would have gone swimming at this time, but like I said, there's no indoor swimming pool, which sucked. So from there, Brooke and I decided to go ahead and go to the most pathetic little gym ever. It was just like 2 benches, 2 treadmills, and some weights. Like that was it. There was no machines at all.
How do you feeling?
We went ahead and worked out for like half an hour or so because Brooke wanted to and I didn't have a problem with it. So after that, we went ahead and took a shower, all of us, so that we'd be ready in the morning. Then we called it a night.
The next day.
Then when we woke up, we got breakfast from the hotel. It was pretty standard, you know, something you would expect at a normal hotel. So then after we got breakfast, me, my dad, and Brooke went to the nearest Firestone where we got my tires checked out to make sure we were safe for the 6.5-hour drive back. And it turns out there was no issue at all. Since it's cold, the tire pressure is low since air compresses. And then as heat expands, aka from driving for 6.5 hours straight, heat causes air to expand, and so the tire pressures got really high. And I don't know what was wrong with the one tire that had a lower air pressure, but basically they said that there was no nail in the tire, which is what we thought was the issue. There was nothing dangerous at all. It was just the tire pressure was high, so he went ahead and reduced it down to 32 psi and reset the tire pressure monitor sensor. Then from there, we were good. So we drove back to the hotel, picked up my mom and my sister, then we went to Seafood City. At Seafood City, my mom bought a ton of Filipino goods. We bought like 17 dozens of pandesal. We got some empanadas, some ensamadas. We got a ton of ube stuff. Brooke got a ton of ube pillows and some other goods, but we just spent like $300 worth of Filipino goods because here in Columbus, there's not a huge Filipino area where we can get Filipino goods, so the nearest place is Chicago. Then after that, we went and got Jollibee for lunch. Me and Brooke split a chicken sandwich. It was really good, but most importantly, Brooke got a toy to take home so that way she wouldn't forget what Jollibee was.
White girls.
After Seafood City and after getting lunch at Jollibee, we went ahead and drove 6.5 hours back home. It was yet another painful 6.5 hours back for me because of that darn middle seat, but I got to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Black Panther for like the millionth time, and it was a very, very good car ride. Just driving back home, you know, the only issue was the middle seat, like I said. And after that, went ahead and went home. I'm home. Okay, Brooke, so now that your birthday and vacation's come to an end, what was your favorite or most memorable part?
I don't know.
You heard it here first, guys. Most memorable part, she doesn't know. And so with that, that concludes my family and I, along with Brooke's 2-day vacation to Chicago, where she got to spend her 18th birthday outside of Columbus, doing some pretty cool things, and where my mom and my family was able to get a lot of Filipino goods to take home, where it'll last for a good few months. With that being said, that'll be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed the sort of little weird discussion vlog. Honestly, I didn't really feel like vlogging the whole time because I just didn't want to really narrate and have to focus on that, so I just got little snippets here and there, put it over this little discussion, and hopefully it still told the story pretty well. But with that being said, I just want to once again say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If it's past the 25th, Merry belated Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone else not celebrating Christmas. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.